Stirring the coffee with chopsticks using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee at the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, this is just regular store brand coffee in a Rise and Shine, a Hardee's Rise and Shine coffee mug. Let's see how this goes. Nice. Nice. I learned a little secret a long time ago. You take a coffee filter and put it in the brew basket. Not that the coffee will flow through it. I just literally take it, just like fold it up, stick it in the brew basket. The stainless steel brew basket. And what it does is during the brewing process, it literally absorbs all the bitter oils that make coffee nasty. And it turns out wonderful. You should see when I clean that thing out, when I pull that thing out of the brew basket, it's just basically saturated with oil. So that's like a little trick that I learned a long time ago. A lot of times when you use coffee filters, like in a Mr. Coffee type of machine, it's not just filtering out coffee grounds. It's absorbing oils, thereby improving the taste of the coffee. Now you know. Well, I truly believe that you would get more as a couple from a 10-day getaway than you will with an engagement ring. If you're going to get married, the trip is the engagement or the actual honeymoon, the official start of the marriage. And wear wedding bands only. I think I'm at the point in my life where I've come to the conclusion that diamond rings, I'm not buying any more, ever, in my whole life. Not going to do it. Now, if you're a young guy and you got the money and you want to be like a traditional kind of fella, go for it. But I am not spending money anymore on diamond rings in my lifetime as if I'm 20 years old. Not going to do it. Or as if she's 20. What? Not going to happen. The trip will last forever in your head. To me, that's more valuable than anything else. And if she wants to split, where's your ring? I had said before, I know women that have collected wedding memorabilia. I know women that have 3 engagement rings. They never return them. General rule, when a man gives you jewelry, return it. The jewelry is representative of the relationship. I just think it's a sign of respect. And for a woman to not do that is just a sign of ignorance. It's got nothing, it's nothing else. It's just pure ignorance. That's what it is. Many women will show in photos on social media the spoils and the benefits she's experiencing with the man that she's with. But you'll never see a picture of the man, as if she procured this lifestyle and these vacations on her own. I always thought that was funny. Instagram is the perfect example of this. Did you ever wonder who's taking all the pictures of her on the beach and riding horses and frolicking around? It's not her phone that's on a tripod. It's her man, who you never see. One guy says, men your age are smashing that down. That will be someone's future wife that she will give pity sex to. My response is, unfortunately, he is correct. Another guy says, I'm new to social media, but I've wondered about these photos. It's like the boyfriend is the photographer and chief marketing officer for her next trip with other guys. I've said this for years, dude. You know, when you go on dating sites, you see a lot of pictures of a woman from across a table at a restaurant. She's tilting her head or maybe holding a wine glass, and a dude took that picture. Now she's using that picture to market herself to the next dude. I'm not a big fan of taking pictures of women on dates and then texting them. That's a pretty simpy move if you think about it. Because if it's a good picture, she's going to use it to promote herself. Take my word for it. Oh, do you want to know which pictures are taken by men? The ones where the girl has her head tilted. That's it. They always do that. Imagine a ship trying to set sail while towing an anchor. Cutting free is not a gift to the anchor. This is regarding breakups. You must release that burden, not because the anchor is worthy, but because the ship is. Let it go, my brother. Bro, brah, just let it go. If a woman has a past, she can definitely improve and get her life together, but she cannot have the same expectations of getting the same caliber man she could have gotten when she was much younger and had no baggage. She can get a good man, but she has to offer even more value to compensate for her baggage, which might be body count. A woman in her 40s has to be real careful about her expectations, because a man does not want a used car with high mileage, thinking that he's getting something young and fresh with new car smell. Cars seem to be a great analogy. Nobody ever came to me and wanted to improve my life, ever. Buy me a house, take me on vacations, be the head of me, allow me to just work inside the house. Nobody ever did that with me. Made me feel safe. Made me feel like I didn't have to work my ass off outside the home. But women get that every single day from men. I have offered that to a few women in my lifetime. And I'm thinking, am I nuts? 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, I said I was open to marriage. Somebody let the air out of those tires. But I am back to a different mindset. And it's not as enthusiastic as it once was. I still do believe that someday I may end up getting married and that you might end up getting married, but it's not as easy as we think. We all have life-changing ideas that pop up every single day. I do, you do. And they are there for a reason. But one of the things that we do, I did it this morning actually. My alarm went off at 4 a.m. I reached over real quick, hit the button, a 15-minute snooze button, and I got up at 4:15. And I hit the snooze button, and the alarm went away. That's what we do when we have ideas. We have a snooze button. We get a great idea, and then all of a sudden, we just hit that snooze, and it goes away. And we go back to sleep, and life never changes. And we just go back to sleep. I propose this. How about not hitting the snooze button when you get an idea? You never know which one is going to be the big life changer. Jim Rohn said that. He says, be open to all experiences. You never know which one is going to really turn you on and flip that switch. I don't know his exact words, but they are amazing. It was something like that. Just be open to all experiences because you don't know what's going to change your life. Go to that party. Go to that networking event. Shake hands with those people. Take a shower. Get a good shave. Iron your shirt. Look good. Get out there. You don't know what's going to happen once you get out there. Anybody into taking ocean cruises? I happen to like them. I'll tell you the reason why I like them. Number one, they are all-inclusive. I like the idea of just paying one time and then enjoying it. These large cruise ships have everything on them. Phenomenal meals. The staterooms are really nice and efficient. The events are really good. In the evenings, the shows are fun. The dinners are great. Bring a sport coat. Bring a microfiber sport coat to throw on. I don't care what you wear. Even if you're just wearing a polo shirt or a t-shirt, if you put on a microfiber sport coat, you just kind of elevate your look a little bit. And it's classy. And there's all kinds of lounges and little clubs places to go and have a little cocktail, or not, have some seltzer and lime, and a band playing, and you just dance for a couple hours until you're tired. You go back to your stateroom, you have a glass of port wine on your balcony overlooking the ocean. There is nothing like that. Taking a shower, rinsing off after a hot, sweaty day, having a good old time. I really like cruises. I really do. Some people say, I don't want to be stuck on a ship like that. I never felt like I was stuck, ever. And I've gone on many. And always had a great time. And I think they also make great honeymoons. They make great beginnings of marriages because it's an escape. No one can find you. And there's always so much to do. Any cruise fans out here? Yesterday I talked about monetary goals are always better than activity goals. Let me just explain that a little bit more. Planning your day out to be busy does not mean you're going to make money. I want to clarify that. Just because you have a full schedule does not mean that you have money coming in. I had a day last week. I had one day and it freaked me out with negative cash flow, which meant that there was more money going out than coming in. One day. That's one day in the past, maybe 7 years. Because I'm a positive cash flow guy, which means that there's more money coming in than going out. And that freaked me out. And I was looking at the factors that cause that and what I can do to avoid that in the future. Now, there was some emergency repairs, but they did not have to come out of my general fund. That was irritating. So say to yourself, like my coach said to me, I remember when I said, I want to make that $1 million in a 6 month, I said, I want to make that $1 million in a 12-month period. And he asked me a question that I never answered before, and that was, do you have $1 million habits? He says, how much money do you, he literally just right away said, how much money do you need to make every day in order to make $1 million? He says, you need to make, and I sat there like an idiot, not having done my homework, being very unspecific. You know you have to be specific with your goals. He says you need to make $3,000 a day if you want to make $1 million in 12 months. And then the next question blew my mind. Do you have $3,000 a day habits? And that was a hard question to answer because I intermittently have $3,000 a day habits, but not every day. And that's my problem. That's no one else's problem. So, think about this. Do you have $3,000 a day habits, and what can you do to get there? Your first $3,000 a day is going to blow your mind. Your first $6,000 a day is going to blow your mind. Now you just have to replicate that and make sure that the behavior is duplicatable. I'll end with this. Do you have $3,000 a day habits? And with that, finish your coffee, and I will see you on the next Daybreak Show, your home of sanity, clarity, and reason.